each morning not exactly thrilled about going to work? That used to be me. I didn't realize that my job didn't have to feel like a job and could be fun and rewarding until I joined the Des Moines Radio Group's team of radio and digital sales consultants. From day one, everyone made me feel welcome and like I was an integral part of the team. The overall work culture is truly supportive and refreshing, and the coaching and training I received was amazing. After just a few weeks, I was ready to start helping local businesses succeed, utilizing our combination of great radio stations,
102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, the Des Moines sports leader.
If you want to join radio environment, you feel a sense of accomplishment by helping others, and are valued as more than just another body filling a seat, then go to dsmradio.com/careers to learn more about this life-changing opportunity. That's dsmradio.com/careers. Go online today.
Morning, everybody.
And join our team. You will be glad you did. I know I am.
Morning, Skippy P.
102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Morning, Stephen. All right. Good morning this fine Saturday day. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Outdoor Call Radio. Good morning, Skip. Good morning, Stephen. Good to see everybody on Facebook Live. Good morning, Dean. Thank you so much. I'm still not getting comments on my computer, but I'm getting them on my phone, which is really weird. I'm telling you. Good morning, Mike. Show's brought to you in part by good friends out of Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. $60 a month. That gets you 1 month free for when you pay for a year. Get a 12 by a 50 assigned spot. Secure gates 24/7 security cameras. Discounts for multiple spots. Just give them a call at 515-822-1362. That's 515-822-1362. And they will take good care of you like they do. That's where I get my stuff down there. They take great care of me. Thanks to Tracy, Dick, and Danielle down there. Appreciate that. All right, it's the first show in Saturday, so we got 12 weeks till hunting season. So it's Grunt Call Saturday. Woo-hoo! Yeah, got some grunt calls we're gonna give away today. So just to help out everybody for the deer hunting, huh? Good stuff. I posted a picture of Dan Sherman is a Native American I met up in Minnesota when I was up there fishing, and I got a chance to visit with him and his girlfriend Andrea, and he had like a whole set of Bigfoot tracks that he said he found on the reservation up there in Minnesota. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it's just the whole kitchen counter was full of plaster tracks and stuff. So he was kind enough to send me one, and I'm going to have him on Unknown Files here in a couple weeks. But I went ahead and I posted a picture of that on the website on Facebook, and I had some people, "Oh, come on, man! Do you really believe that?" And it's like I can't say it's real, and I can't say it's not real. I have no definitive proof whatsoever. I will say though that when doing this Unknown Files show, I've talked to biologists, and I've read a bunch of reports from biologists from Idaho and Oregon and all these other states that, morning, Daryl, good to see you, buddy, that they're saying, yeah, see, look at that, Andrew. I'm getting it on the phone, but no comments on that. I don't understand that.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, crazy. Morning, Daryl. They're saying that the track evidence is the most definitive because it's got dermal ridges. Dermal ridges are like, if you look at your hands, your fingerprints, all your fingerprint patterns and stuff on your hands, it's the same thing if you look on the bottom of your feet. You'll have little dermals, little like, I don't know if you want to, yeah, like little ridges and different things. And some of these castings and stuff have those. And they're saying these castings from the 50s and 60s, there was no way to fake that back then. So that made me more open-minded than anything. Again, I've never seen anything or heard anything in the woods as much as I've traveled all over the North America hunting. I mean, I've been all over the place, and I haven't seen or heard anything I couldn't explain. But that doesn't mean that, I don't know. I can't say it's real and I can't say it's not real. There's no way you can prove it one way or the other. So we'll just, I think it would be cool if he was real. I would love to see one, So I talked to a lady yesterday, really nice lady. I'm going to have, her name's Amy Boo. I'm going to have her on the show on Unknown Files in August. And she's a school teacher in Ohio. And she goes around in her spare time and actually looks at reports, and because there's like 65,000 reports people have reported seeing something they can't explain out there. And anyway, Amy and I were talking, and she's just said that she's never seen or heard one, but she's really hopeful that maybe something one day that she'll be able to see one or hear one, which I agree with her. You never know. But the footprint evidence to me is when you have real biologists at universities saying that, this stuff couldn't have been faked, that kind of gets my attention a little bit. But you never know. Like I said, I would love for it to be real. I've been a big fan of Bigfoot since I was a kid. So anyway, keep on squatching out there, folks. Keep on squatching. Anything you see on TV, I would just say it's fake. I mean, that's all scripted, and I wouldn't believe anything you see on TV. The one thing, Andrew, that does get my attention more than anything, besides the track evidence or track stuff, is a lot of these people I've been talking to that they're not selling books, they're not trying to get on TV, they're not selling T-shirts. I've had 2 or 3 bow hunters that have said they've seen them. And, I mean, one guy got real emotional about it, said he hasn't been able to go hunting since. Now, see, to me, that gives more weight to me than anything, because they're not trying to get anything out of it, and they're setting themselves up for ridicule. People are making fun of them and tearing them down. Why would you do that? Morning, Hank. If you really didn't see something.
Yeah, that is a good point to bring up, because not everybody wants that fame, and you're right. All the shows out there, they're trying to. They're trying to make money. Yeah, they're trying to make money. They're not taking the time. They have a very small time window, so they're going to make any creek sound that's in the woods sound like it's Bigfoot when it's really not.
It's somebody out there in a ghillie suit making noises. And,
there's something
doing that.
Yeah, the woods have animals all around. So the fact that you're going to get that in noise, and the ones who do catch it are the ones who have been there patient.
Well, no, they weren't looking for it.
I know, and that's the thing. Yeah. That's the other thing. They're not looking for that.
Yeah.
And so I think this is one of those things that you catch by accident, more or less, and you got to be respectful of those who have emotions like that.
Well, you just never know, Yeah. It just, like I said, there's no definitive proof. Amy did tell me she's been going to outdoor shows like the Deer Classic. She's been going to those kind of shows in Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia. And she said she's had a couple people that came and talked to her and just started crying. And just like started shaking, saying that it really messed up their mind, because all of a sudden they're out there doing what they've normally done, and then the next thing they look over and there's Bigfoot, and they just haven't been right since. They just can't get over it. So, I mean, what do you do with that? I mean, it can't be a guy in a suit everywhere.
No, it can't.
I always said it was a bear. Most of the time, it's a misidentification on a bear. But I would think somebody from Pennsylvania or West Virginia, where there's a lot of bears, would know. I mean, most bow hunters are going to know if it's a bear or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna have some idea, especially again if they've been out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've shot 9 bears over the years on TV with my bow. I know what a bear looks like, and I know what a bear sounds like, and I've never seen the big fella, but if I do, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear it.
And I wouldn't be trumping around where I'm hunting at in a suit, because you might get an arrow in the rear.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd shoot one or not. I would never shoot. I would probably not shoot, because I always said I will never shoot anything I'm not going to eat, and I'm not eating Bigfoot.
Yeah, that'd just be...
Yeah, no thank you. Bigfoot burgers just does not sound good.
Wouldn't that be a form of cannibalism?
Well, if they're a hominid, if they're a human,
Yeah.
it would be. And I'm not a cannibal.
Same here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So hey, today I want to talk a little bit. Sorry about the Bigfoot track. I had some people message me on Facebook this morning, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about it this morning a little bit. Trail cams, man. It is trail cams time to get your cams out now. I'm actually late. Morning, Rick. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Jeff Kerr. Good to see you. Barb Rich, how you doing, Barbie? Good to see you. Tell Al I said hi. That's my little hunting buddies over there. So I'm late. I usually have my mock scrapes out before the end of June, and it's July 1st today, so I'm late. I'm gonna try and get down there. Good morning, Rick. And I'm gonna see what's tramping around. Probably try to get those out in the next 2 weeks. I've got all of my. If you are a Reveal Tactacam Reveal fan, just make sure all your firmware is updated. They had a couple firmware updates. And it's super easy to do it. You just take your computer and you go on Tactacam Reveal and you put an SD card in your computer, right? And then you go to Tactacam Reveal and you do the update and you put it onto your SD card. Excuse me, got coffee hiccups. And then you put that in your camera, and then you hit the up key, the up arrow in your menu, and it automatically pulls the update off the SD card. It's super easy to do. I love my Tactacam Reveals. They are by far the easiest trail camera I have ever used since I've been hunting the last 30-something years. So they're really nice people, and they're easy. They're just easy to set up and use. And actually, I don't know if I've told you this or not, but according to Larry McCoy, Tactacam Reveal is the official trail camera of Respect the Game TV now. So now I'll get to use them on the TV show and talk about them on the radio. How about that? Woohoo!
Hot dog!
Yeah, I'm happy about that. But scrape it up, man. Get you some pure whitetail. I just gave away a scrape kit last week or the week before, whenever it was. And here's what I do. I normally just look at good pinch points, travel corridors from a bedding source to a food area, where they go from where they're sleeping to where they're eating. And I'll get on those field edges or those corners, wherever there's good trail activity, and I'll go ahead and I'll just dig out a scrape like they normally would and have an overhanging branch so you can make a licking branch. And I'll take that, I'll usually use premium buck dust or buck urine, and I'll put that into the scrape. And then, good morning, Russell. Have a fantastic 4th of the weekend. Be safe, my friend. You too, Russell. You and your family. Happy 4th. And actually, happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Woohoo! Happy 4th.
Hot dog.
Absolutely. A lot of hot dogs, hopefully. So, and then I'll take some, I usually use not estrus. Don't use any estrus stuff this time of year. Wait till November for estrus. But I'll just take some doe pea or some doe dust. Pure whitetail, you can get it in a liquid form or a powder. They don't call it powder, they call it dust. And it works great. Philip and Larry got me doing this 3-4 years ago. And I've shot a nice buck every year by doing all this. And what it does, deer will scrape all year long. And it dramatically increases as you get closer to the deer breeding cycle, to the rut. And it's like their Facebook. It's like their social media. They're checking in the scent. They have preorbital glands. They've got glands on their forehead. They're always rubbing and leaving a scent gland, so they know what kind of deer are running around. It's how they kind of communicate and keep tabs on each other. But by doing those mock scrapes, I get a ton of trail cam pictures, which is awesome, because I got bucks coming in there almost every other day or so, hitting that scrape, and I get to see what residential deer I have running around the farm. It gives me a good inventory so I can make a hit list of, if I see a deer that I want to kind of try to pattern or, to try to take for this fall, it gives me a hit lister, and that's how I've been doing it. Now, last year, a prime example, I was down in Sheridan on my buddy's place. I had mock scrapes out in the middle of June, and I think I was done hunting by October 11th. I had a buck come in, 4:55, 5 o'clock. I saw a swish of a tail coming off a bedding area down the hill, and he went right to that mock scrape line, and I got a nice. He stopped on the trail. I put some premium buck dust and doe powder out, and he stopped right there on the trail and gave me time to get my camera and get everything framed up, and gave me a nice quartering away shot, and I got my deer. So I'm just telling you, it's something to keep you occupied and happy and in the woods. You don't have to go doctor it up every 2 weeks. I mean, you can get out there and you can get several weeks out of those scrapes, especially if you use those little gel balls. They've got a little net sack that you can hang off the licking branch and fill them up with the pure whitetail little gel balls, and those last a long time. And man, the deer they gravitate right to it. It's a neat thing to do. It keeps you occupied. The thing about the Tactacam reveals and stuff that I like is I get my pictures right to my phone. I don't have to go in there every 9 or 10 days and pull cards, so I'm not educating the deer. And I always try to go into my areas. I don't always go in the same way. I always go a different way, so I'm not educating deer which way I'm coming in and out of. And that way, deer can pattern you like you try to pattern deer. Did you realize that? They will. Deer are smart, man. They're a smart critter. They really are. You really need to keep that. Morning, Rye. Good to see you, Huey. I don't try to go in the same way because, like I said, they'll be bedded up. A lot of them big bucks, man, they'll be bedded up where they can watch. They can kind of see where what's going on in and around them. And if they see you walking in the same way all the time, that buck's gonna know you're there. And don't give them an advantage, man. They're smart enough as it is. I've actually seen deer belly crawl to get away from hunters. Have you guys ever seen that? I've been in a stand and I've watched a friend of mine on the other property. He was muzzleloader hunting and he was going to a stand, and I actually seen a buck come out of the beams, belly crawl, go down the river, down the bank of the river, and get away from him. They're crazy smart, man. It's awesome. 7:16 and some change. Let me take a real quick break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise. See, it's telling me I get thumbs up and stuff, but why am I not seeing the comments?
It'd be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without
I'm seeing them on my phone.
Where you're at walking.
Can you try Facebook?
Have you ever heard of Onyx?
Where your
Onyx
post
is one of the most
right
important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
If it says no comments, that means it's trying to
favorite outdoor
but
spot.
obviously it's not
Is your hunting,
pulling
fishing, or
from there.
utility knife ready for
But
any
again,
task?
if it's giving
Well,
you
if you
that,
used the original work sharp knife and
That'll
tool
make no
sharpener
sense.
before you left, you bet they
Hey,
are.
Jim.
Did
The
you
work sharp
do
knife and tool
update
sharpener
recently?
Just doing the show, Rye.
every knife you own.
Did you update
By using
or do you
changeable,
update?
flexible
I had to
abrasive
update
belts,
eCam.
the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives.
including curved and serrated
It just
knives,
doesn't make any
tonto
sense.
blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes,
I mean,
and
it's
even
just a
kitchen
pain
knives.
having to
The
do
WorkSharp
my
knife and tool
watching it
sharpener
there
does this
on
with
the
precision
show, on the
angle
phone.
sharpening guides and
It's
flexible
just, it's been
abrasive
2
belts
weeks since I
to
did
ensure
that.
the
I don't know
proper
why
20-degree
that's
angle every time.
Yeah, I'm not.
Each WorkSharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA.
Ryan,
by
I
a
hope you have a
family-owned
great
and
day. Happy
operated
4th to you too, buddy.
Customer
Thank
service
you.
is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the WorkSharp knife and tool
Morning,
sharpeners
Bill.
or the WorkSharp
Grunt
tool
Call
sharpeners.
Saturday.
Time at WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
I'm actually, we got a new show starting on the Outdoor Call Radio app. I'm gonna try and start it in September. But I'm talking to Woodhaven right now to get Woodhaven to be one of the title partners on the show. And if I get that done, we're going to be doing Woodhaven grunt calls. So I'm talking to a couple of the people there. So hopefully I can get that done. And that's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be nothing but buck talk.
Going fishing is something we look forward to.
There you go,
all week.
Ryan.
We all
I
wanna
hear
be
you.
better
Grunt
at
Call
it,
Saturday
and
is always
best
good.
Gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trika has people talking. Trika rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone.
I mean, I did
longer.
everything
Trika
Cam
knows
said to
you
do.
work hard for your money,
That's
and they
kinda
want to
crazy.
give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel
I just
the bite
don't understand
better
how I
without
get the
putting
thumbs
bite
up
on
and
your
the
wallet.
hearts,
Trika
but not the
rods are
comments.
significantly less
That
than
is
other
an error
high-end
on
rods
YouTube
available.
side.
They offer
Huh?
a 1-year,
That's an
no
error on
questions
YouTube
asked
side. You're
guarantee.
just pulling it.
Trika rods can be
Yeah.
returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty.
Get your stuff
You
fixed,
wanna see what
Cam.
Anglers talking. Go check out Trika rods at Trika.com. That's TRIKA.com.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply.
What's up, Dave?
We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for you. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to
How many people have hunted at Triple H Outfitters that's watching or listening right now? How many? Give me a thumbs up if you have.
accept trades on all types of
I got some news you're going to want to hear.
you might wish to sell or put on consignment.
Give me a thumbs up if you've been to Triple H Outfitters. There's one.
Even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and
I mean,
sights,
I don't know.
we handle it
I mean, I
all
don't know
at
where they're
JLM
setting the
Shooter
hit.
Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331.
Are you using this new software?
That's 515-331
Okay.
1577.
How do I get the old one back?
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Take it to the left now and dip with it.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Mark Jenkins is up in Winnie, Minnesota. Good morning, Mark. Good fishing to you today. All right, 515-244-1350. 515. What's up, Rye? Yeah, Ryan's raising his hand. 515-244-1350. You want to write that number down because I'm going to be giving away a grunt call here pretty quick. Triple H Outfitters. I've been hunting down in Triple H Outfitters. I met Donovan and Hilly up in Bear Camp in Minnesota 16, 17, 18 years ago. It's in there somewhere. I met them a long time ago. We just became buddies, and I started hunting there actually before they became an outfitter. But just good folks, and hey Patrick, good morning. It's one of my favorite places to go all around the country. I just look forward to my time in Kansas at Triple H every year. One of our friends is Dan Hurricane Hana. He's a bull rider, and Dan and his family are some of the sweetest people you'd ever want to meet. I can't say enough good things about him. Dan is just a little bit older than I am. He's about 6 months older than I am. He just turned 60. And he got some really bad news the other day that he's got some bad cancer, and it's in his bile duct. And they're pretty much saying if I'm understanding everything, it's incurable. So what I thought we would do, I thought about doing a GoFundMe page, and I don't know anything about GoFundMe. I called Larry McCoy, and I asked Larry, I said, wait, what do you, because Larry and Ryan and everybody, they love Hurricane. I said, what do you think that? And he goes, well, we can do something like a sweepstakes or something. He goes, but I don't know how, I don't want to handle the money, and Larry didn't want to handle money either. I don't like handling money, especially if it's not mine. I just don't want nothing to do with it. Bad things can happen because you never know, something happens or something gets lost. I just don't want to be responsible for that. So I called Donovan and I said, hey, I want to do something for Dan and his family, and so does Larry. And what can we? What are you thinking about doing? Like putting a big package together, and then let all the hunters that come through Triple H, or if folks want to buy like a sweepstakes ticket, just have the money or whatever made out to the Dan Hanna Fund, and then at the end of hunting season, we could draw a name and then get everybody in there because. I'm going to donate a 75-quart Grizzly cooler, and we're gonna give away a brand new Elite bow, Tasca hunting boots. We're gonna just start throwing stuff into this package. And Donovan said, "Well, let's do it." So I'm gonna probably early September. I'm gonna try to get all that stuff down to Triple H. So if you have ever hunted at Triple H Outfitters and you're going to be turkey hunting or deer hunting down there, and you're listening to the show, because I know we've got several people that listen to the show that do hunt down there. I'm going to have you please tell all your hunting buddies and friends and get a chance to take advantage of that, and because they're struggling they're having to do a lot of traveling for treatments, and they're just struggling. I mean, it's a debilitating thing to go through. Money shouldn't be one thing that you got to stress out about when you're trying to battle for your life, right? So anyway, we're going to do this, and just stand by for more details. When you if you're going to be hunting a Triple H this year, just tell Donovan you want to get into the Hurricane Hanna sweepstakes, and I think we're going to do like $100 a shot. It's going to be well over $1,000. With everything we're going to be putting in here to win. And then if you want to get like five names in the drawing, we're going to do like 5 for $300. And then all that money is going to go right to Dan Hanna, the Hanna family. Donovan and I are not going to touch it. So anyway, stand by. I just thought that would be something to do for one of our hunting friends. 'Cause I'm just telling you, the older I get, the more I appreciate my friends and my family, because folks, I was talking. Jenny's been sick all week. She's just been really battling. I don't know what she's got, but she's been off work since she got sick at 2:00 in the morning Monday morning, and she's been just not being able to keep anything down. And I don't know what she's got, but it's been awful. So I've been trying to help her out all week, and take care of the dog and take care of the house and everything. And I just told her, I said, listen. Just relax. Thank you, Hank. I appreciate that. I did put a post on Facebook if you want to go check that out. I told Jenny, I said, listen, the only thing you got to worry about is just trying to do the best you can every day. And that's it. Because there's nothing, care about your friends and your family, because that's the most important. God, family, friends, work. Because everybody should have a good work ethic. I'm not saying they shouldn't. Everybody should be out there trying to do the best job they can for their job every day. But here's how I look at it. If you pass away or if something happens to you, how long is your job going to mourn for you or wait for you? They're not. As soon as you're gone, they're going to start trying to replace you. And your friends and your family and the good Lord above are going to mourn you more or think about you more than work ever will. Hate to say it that way, but that's just the way I feel. That's just the way I feel. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. There you go. Hey, I got to say thanks to Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. Wednesday, I didn't do the Wednesday Drive or the Unknown File show because I had to have my tooth fixed. My tooth broke. And
by the way,
yeah.
I was in an hour after you were.
Oh, really?
On, was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. Dr. Yagi goes, hey, did you both plan this today?
Oh, really? So you saw Yagi too?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Yagi's the one I go to.
Yeah, I called him on Tuesday. I was just sitting there chewing gum, and I heard a crack, and it's like, what the heck was that? Morning, Jake. And my where I had a crown before, it just totally broke off, and yeah, that wasn't good. And Wednesday afternoon, I could not talk. I was hurting. So anyway, thanks to Dr. Yagi, Obi-Wan, for fixing me up on Wednesday. All right, it is 7:29 and some change. 244-1350. I'm going to give this first grunt call away. So, I'm going to see who's been listening to the show and paying attention. What did I post on Facebook this week that was getting a lot of feedback? And I talked about it for the first 5 minutes of the show. 244-1350. 244-1350. If you know what that is, call me right now. Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. We'll line your calls up on 1350 ESPN.
Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town?
I have thought about that. As a matter of fact, I have my truck wrapped.
What they can do for you.
Can't miss me.
Just got my truck wrapped.
That's the only bad thing about doing that. Everybody knows where you're hunting at.
Amazing job.
That's not good.
Josh, Bob, and the staff
Not good.
Time to find out exactly
If I could afford it, I should get just a truck to go take out that had nothing on it. Anonymity when you're hunting's awesome.
Now, wherever I go, folks will be talking about the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
Yeah.
If you need help getting your message out or showing people what exactly your business does, I want you to pick up the phone at 515-292-6466.
Well, we've been getting some grain at least this week, huh?
292-6466.
Well, we needed the rain. Food plots look awful.
ChaseDecals.com.
Missouri's really bad. They're in a severe drought down there.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field.
Raven kicking me all night.
With the Dave Smith Gobbler
He don't like storms.
their patented system that allows you
Good
to
storm where you were last night?
up and down,
Yeah, he don't.
side to side.
Yeah, he don't like the thunder.
Up and back while it's on the platform. Alive Action Decoys are so amazingly lifelike, though. They're going to fool even the wariest old boss Tom you got running around.
There you go, Ryan.
Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old U.S.
Ryan said they're getting some rain in Missouri finally this morning. That's a good thing.
Please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me.
Anybody calling yet?
We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress.
I mean, I couldn't have made that more easy.
Relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to
I wonder
help
if she's got COVID.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to
Growing
Arctic
up a lot,
Ice.
though.
Arctic
You get-
Ice is a brand
that
new
with
way
COVID?
to contain beverages and camping supplies cold and fresh. Wherever your adventure takes
She went to
you,
see her dad at
Arctic
the
Ice
hospital
are
and she got
rugged
sick.
ice substitute
That's why I don't go to the
that
hospital.
maintains low temperature longer
Nothing
than
but sick
regular
people at
ice.
hospitals.
Does not have the slushy mess that
She
can
won't go to the
contaminate
doctor.
what's in
I've
your
been trying to get her to
If
go to
you
the
like
doctor
hunt
and she
or
will
fish,
not
look
go.
at the Alaskan series or Arctic ice packs that will keep your game or fish at
You
34
can't make Jenny
degrees
do
for 3 to
anything.
4 days.
If she doesn't want to do
If you
something,
really freeze things up,
if you
try
push
the
it,
Tundra packs
you
that
just
keep
get in
your
trouble.
wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures
It's not
for the
worth
travel
pushing
battle.
it.
For tailgating, or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. So keep your beverages of choice at frosty
So I told her. I go, hon, it's been 3 days. Leave me alone.
Your cave, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh
Not a problem.
and cold as
I'll
possible
leave you alone.
without the mess of regular ice. Go check
I'll
out
run that
Arctic
way.
Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca.
4th of July weekend, man. Nobody wanted to come on as a guest today.
Keep your feet comfortable and feeling great.
It's almost as bad as hunting season, trying to get a guest in.
That you might encounter. Plus, work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca Socks also has a natural antibacterial.
I guess I can't blame them. If I only had the weekends off, I'd be barbecuing
lightweight styles with a bunch of color
tending to my smoker,
Plus, gift boxes are available that are 100%
getting the old brisket and the ribs ready.
So this year, when you plan your outdoor activities, make sure you keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to
Sorry, folks, don't mean to be yawning.
A treat.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, this trivia contest is brought to you by the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelry, 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines. They've been helping Iowans for over 34 years. 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. In-store jewelry repair, custom jewelry options are always available. If you're looking for trading or selling some of your jewelry you just don't wear anymore, well, take them over to Herman's. Chances are you're going to get more for your money because they give you the best price in town. 222-2600 is the number to call. Tell Donnie and Frank the outdoor guy sent you, and they'll take great care of you. Really, really good people over there. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350. If you want a double back grunt call from Dual Game Company, I only got a few of these left too, man. I'm getting low. But if I get this deal with Woodhaven done, we're going to be giving away these Woodhaven calls in September. But this is a great call. I use this myself, and you can do all the different vocalizations. You can do 7 calls in one, adjustable sounds. You can exhale, inhale, and use it. It's really got 2 different chambers on it, so you can be a little nasally when you call, which is always nice. 244-1350, 244-1350. What was I talking about in the first 5 minutes of the show? If you know that, you get a grunt call. I'm just going to wait here for your call. Hi, Gary Peck. What's up, Gary? Are the wallies biting still? I've been seeing some pictures, bud. Most importantly, did anybody find my fishing rod yet? I'm still upset about my fishing rod going over the side of the boat.
I would too.
$400 rod and reel, man. Bloop. Yeah, not good.
You need they need to somehow invent this device that impacts on water and a flotation device pops up.
Ken, you're calling the wrong number, Ken. Call the number I told you to call, not the one on the screen. That's for the app. Yeah. Good morning, Gary. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello?
Yep. No, haven't found. No. Nobody's found the fishing rod that I know of, Stace. I've been asking.
Hey,
I tried.
Thanks for calling in. Can I get your name?
I tried calling Chad up at the Pines and asked him if anybody's turned it in. He goes, no.
Can you hear me now?
He actually said that he went in
name,
there and looked for it on the side scan. He couldn't find it either.
Hey,
so.
Ken, how's it going?
Yeah.
Can I get your name? Name. Ken, I know your name. Oh, can I get your number? I'm having a tough time here. Yeah.
Andrew's having difficulty with the phones. Can I get your name? What's your name? Can I get your name? Oh, yeah. Oh, what's your name, by the way? Yeah. He's asked the guy 3 times what his name is. Hey, Outdoor Call Radio, what's your name? Hey, can I get your phone number? We'll be
Everybody has their moments. Yeah, I happen to struggle hard on that one.
Yeah.
We got Ken ready to go.
Didn't Ken just win something?
I can't recall.
Yeah, you better check that. Let me see. Let me talk to him. Has it been 30 days since you won something?
I believe so.
Are you sure? Didn't you just win something on the app or something?
No, not that I know of.
I don't know why that sticks in my mind that you won something. It does. Hang on, he's looking it up because I just want to make sure you're good. Because if I give it to you and you come to pick it up, and if it's not been 30 days, they're not going to give it to you.
All right.
So I got to adhere to the rules.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Gary says I have a brand new Zepco 202 for you. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. It's awful kind of you. Hey, Scott Mueller. I'm just waiting on Andrew Kenny. Hang on. And he's pulling it up. All this classified data and all this other stuff. Well, you been fishing at all, Ken?
A little bit.
There you go.
I haven't made it down to Easter Lake yet, though.
Yeah, well, there you go. I see people fishing in Easter Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. He says you're good. What was I talking about the first 5 minutes of the show?
You're getting your Bigfoot casting.
Yeah. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations. You got a grunt call, Kenny.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. You know the routine. You can come and pick it up.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Ken's been listening forever. All right. Do you have a Bigfoot call that you can give away? Jordan, if I had a Bigfoot call to give away, I would. That'd be worth the money right there.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, get a big old... a moose call almost sounds like a Bigfoot call. Get you one of them big old cones, But nobody's marketed Bigfoot, the Bigfoot Blast. There you go. That'd be a good name for a Bigfoot call. Nobody's marketed those that I got. All right, I'll do another call next hour. So if you missed out on that one, don't fret. All right, counting turkeys. Morning, Shane. Good to see you. Iowa Department of Natural Resources looking for help on their annual turkey production survey. During the months of July and August, wild turkey sightings are recorded to estimate the year's nesting rates and nesting success. Participation is easy. Just note the date and county and where the turkeys was seen. If it was adult female or adult male, males have beards on their breasts. Well, so can females. And how many poults or baby turkeys were present. Survey is available online. Just go look up iowadnr.gov and search turkey hunting survey. Annual population surveys conducted by the DNR are an important component of managing the wild turkey in Iowa. Turkey populations can fluctuate annually across the regions of the state. All participation is appreciated. And I know Jim Coffey would tell you thank you personally if he was on the air with us right now. All right, let me do the fishing report brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. Don Williams Lake, the black crappie bite is fair. Twister tails and trolling a 2-inch minnow is producing some good bites. Red Rock, black crappie bite is fair. Channel catfish bite is good. Anglers are catching catfish throughout the lake, especially around structure, rocks, submerged trees, etc. White bass are fair. Trolling shad imitating crankbaits and spoons are producing a good white bass bite. Rock Creek, black crappie bite is good. Drifting or trolling small jigs with twister tail tubes, or paddle tails are working good. Lake Anita, water temperatures in the high 70s. I hate it when it's in the high 70s. Black crappie bite is good. Slow trolling, 10 feet of water. They're catching 9-inch crappies or so. Some sorting may be needed. Gills are fair. They're moving off their spawning beds. Troll or drift small jigs to catch 8-inch plus fish. And the largemouth bass bite is good. Lake Manawa is 2 feet low. Channel catfish bite is good. Wallies are fair. They're catching wallies, casting or trolling crankbaits near the sides of dredge cuts to find actively feeding wallies. Wiper bite is slow. Meadow Lake they're starting to draw Meadow Lake down 3 feet to improve the size quality of the bluegill. Boat and wrap is unusable on Meadow Lake. Black crappie bite is fair. Small large bass. Did I just say largemouth bass?
No, I think you did.
Largemouth bass bite is fair.
Here.
I am straight. Yeah, it's one of them days. Told you the dog didn't let me get any sleep last night. Prairie Rose Lake, the black crappie bite is fair. Gills are fair. Bass are good. Viking Lake, crappie bite is no report. Channel catfish bite, no report. Gills are fair. Largemouth bass bite is fair. Willow Lake, crappie bite, no report. Gills are fair. Bass is good. Green Valley Lake, docks are in. Gills are slow. Bass are slow. Lake Ikera. Let's see. Gills are slow. Channel catfish bite is fair. Night crawlers are producing the best bite. 3 Mile. Walleye bite is slow. Try using jigs tipped with a night crawler or minnow. Fishing along the fish mounds to catch all sizes of wallies. 12 Mile Creek Lake, the dock is in. Gills are slow. Bass are slow. Water temperature is in the upper 70s. There you go. There's your fishing report brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. You can go check them out today online or at the store in Ankeny or Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Those are the two closest stores to us. 7:44 and some change. Let me hit this break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not
Morning, Larry McCoy.
your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Bub Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
If you're an archer, you know how important the feel and performance of a bow is on your ability to send that arrow to where it needs to go. Not all bows are made the same, and that's especially true when it comes to Gearhead. Gearhead bows are made in the USA and feature models that are compact, quiet, and lightweight. These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the tree stand or the ground blind. If you're a saddle hunter, Gearhead is definitely a bow you need to check out. Gearhead bows are engineered to be ahead of the game on the newest tech available out there. Gearhead shoots for 100% customer satisfaction every day. They are constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows quiet, deadly accurate, and affordable.
I'm just listening to the commercials.
Hunting partner, head over to your nearest dealer like Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead. Shop online at gearheadarchery.com or locally at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck.
Morning, John.
Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family.
Coffee just ain't working this morning.
Let's talk about a story
An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the
rocket
labor
fuel
of Bob
going.
and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good 4th of July weekend. Celebrate safe. Be careful out there. Yep, and hey, I don't know if we say this enough, but if you've got a neighbor that you know that's a veteran, or first responder, or, you know, just be careful with the pets too. But if you're going to do fireworks, be conscious that your neighbor might have PTSD. And, you know, fireworks around somebody that's got PTSD is not always a good thing. So just be kind of think about that before you go firecracker crazy. Yeah. Because a lot of times they might be in their house with their head in their lap, and you don't see that. So I got a couple buddies of mine. They just cannot stand fireworks because of the stuff they've been through in Iraq and Afghanistan, and it's not good. It's really not. So just be careful about that. You know, I don't think people say that enough. You never see that on the mainstream news either. You know?
Yeah.
To do like a little PSA about that, do they?
They probably should.
They should do that. You know? Half the stuff they tell you on the local news is crackers anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't need to know about the plumbing situation in Des Moines. I really don't care.
Well, you know, they should do more stuff like that.
Yeah, just give me more PSAs.
Yeah, well, or something that's going to help somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beneficial.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, just thoughts from the tree stand. Thoughts from the tree stand. Boy, that'd be a good name for a book, wouldn't it? Thoughts from the tree stand. Yeah.
Brought to you by...
I got so many things to do, and I have no money to do them.
You know what I have been interested... You know, it's kind of like Curiosity Kills the Cat.
Yeah.
You probably won't go see this, or maybe you will.
What?
The movie about the bear that was on drugs. I'm forgetting that movie, the name.
Cocaine Bear?
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, that actually was a true story. But
I know,
that's not what happened. The bear ate the cocaine and died.
Yeah.
He didn't kill anybody.
No, and I went, man, what a gross overproduction.
You don't have to go see it. It's on Peacock.
Okay, I don't know if I'll even look.
Yeah,
at
it's
that.
not worth
Curiosity may get me if I don't know, but I'm watching too many cartoons with kids right now. So the time for non-cartoon.
Did I talk about Ted Lasso last week?
No.
I watched Ted Lasso, and I didn't think I would ever watch Ted Lasso because one, I'm not really interested in soccer that much. I mean, I can watch it if there's absolutely nothing else on, but it's so hard to watch a game that can end in a 0-0 tie. I get enough ties when I go hunting. You know, I tie with whitetail and turkeys all the time.
There you go.
But you know, I actually started watching it, and it's like, next thing I know, I watched all 3 seasons. There's a lot of language in it. I will say, just be careful about that. They are not shy about the F-bomb. But it was pretty fun. It was funny, you know. And it was there was a lot of parts that were pretty uplifting or inspirational.
Mm-hmm. That's the big kick for a lot of people.
Yeah.
The inspirational part.
Yeah.
It's good. Like,
if you don't know what it is, it's about a guy that's a college football coach that gets hired to go run a Major League Soccer team in England, and he knows nothing about soccer. That's the premise of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ends up having success, and you know, it just kind of going from there. And
yeah,
it really is. It's a good story.
Yeah, there's some funny parts to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I would say that's good. 7:53 and some change. So we got a new show starting in September on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you haven't downloaded the app, please consider to do that. It's free. It's free to listen. I had to move some stuff around. Friday nights is now Working Class Bow Hunters and Victory Drive Pod. They're on 9:30 every Friday night, 9:30 Central Time. And I do have a language advisory on there. Hey, everybody, just make sure you're aware that the following program does have some explicit language from time to time. Yeah, I didn't realize that they were using the F-bomb as much on, and I had it in normal rotation, and so I listen, you try to do what you can, and if someone has an issue, I always try to listen to everybody's issue, and I said, not a problem. These guys are Iraq and Afghani war veterans, and that's how they talk. Being in the military myself, I never cussed when I was in. I would mutter a word here and there, to be honest, but it's not in my daily vocabulary. I try not to anyway. The older I get, the harder it is. But hi, Dr. Yagi. You're such a nice guy, Obi-Wan. Thanks for fixing my tooth. Andrew says hi too.
Yep. Hello.
Anyway, so we moved them to 9:30. That way, it's more family friendly.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to yank the show, because they talk about some good stuff. They talk a lot about veterans issues, and they talk about weapons, and I mean, the content's good content. It just can be a little salty. So,
which again, there's the language advisory there, and it's
that's it. So other than that, everything's pretty much family friendly. So, but I mean, in our society today, you can't turn on TV or the radio without hearing cuss words anymore.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody's dropping. I mean, I know people that go to church every week and still cuss like a sailor. They cuss more than I do. Yeah. I mean, really, So it is what it is. Dr. Yagi doesn't cuss.
No.
Even when I bit him the other day when he had his finger in my. I did not. I bet you he's gotten bit though before.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, that would be probably one of the downsides of being a dentist is getting bit. I bet you kids are probably worse than. But don't kids go to like a special dentist?
I mean, you can go.
Don't they have like a pediatric dentist or something?
I mean, yeah.
I need to ask Yagi that.
I'm wondering, because I've never gone to a quote-unquote pediatric dentist when I was young. I went to the same dentist that for years.
Yeah.
Back growing up.
I mean, Dr. Yagi's good with everybody.
Yeah. He has a great demeanor, and
it's because he's a Jedi dentist. Yeah. We diapers to diapers. We do diapers to diapers. Really, Doc? Really? That's funny. That's funny.
Diapers to diapers. I love that.
Yeah. He's got some big stuff coming up, too. Yeah. Good day, sir. I'm still waiting for the May the Floss Be With You coffee mugs. I talked to him about that. I said, when are you going to get May the Floss Be With You shirts and stuff? Your merch, you're missing all this merch sales out, man.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You give everybody a coffee mug, May the Floss Be With You, for the first 5 months. And then after that, people are going to say, "Hey, can I buy one of those coffee mugs? I want one of those." And then you upscale it to T-shirts.
Yep.
And then the next thing you know, you're going to have barbecue grilling aprons. May the floss be with you. Because after you get through chewing on your brisket and your ribs, you need to get your floss.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, it all works together.
It all ends up in the right place.
Absolutely. All right, I got to go. We'll be right back. Keep it on 1350 ESPN. We do diapers for diapers.
Vanes are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows.
Never really thought about
years.
needing diapers later in life, but I guess that's inevitable.
With a much greater taper than Vanes.
I guess the good thing about that is you can stay in your tree stand all day.
Of in-flight drag.
You don't have to
Flex
get down.
Fletch vanes also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after pass-through shots
Morning, Jeff.
or game. This ensures consistent arrow flight every time. Flex Fletch offers a variety of colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use in their setup. Whether it's for 3D indoor or hunting, Flex Fletch has the vane for you. To see these great vanes and adhesives like Zing or Flex Bond to get a great seal on your arrow when you fletch,
Morning, Aaron.
go to your local dealer or flexfletch.com. Flex Fletch, proudly made in the USA, based out of Minnesota.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal
Andrew's
by
playing some
Tacticam
music.
will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set
funky
up,
stuff.
but the most
Yeah.
affordable cellular
I
camera
don't know
on
if
the
I want
market.
that.
As you know, you educate your game and leave your set
Nah.
when checking cameras in the
That,
field. With Reveal,
that just doesn't fit the show.
you can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The
What are you in
Reveal
60s
offers
mode
4
over there?
seconds trigger speeds, detects game from up to
Jiminy
96
Christmas,
feet
man.
away,
Come on.
and 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month.
You realize the
new
fair is
Reveal
next
by
month?
Tacticam saves time,
The fair is
gas,
next month.
and most importantly, helps you
This year's
stop
going by
educating
fast.
RevealCellCam.com for more info.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a Slick Trick? Slick Tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. Slick Trick just added to their arsenal with a new
Well, that
torch
coffee's tearing me up this morning. You ever have that happen?
That is a clear game changer. The Raptor Trick, Viper Trick, and Magnum heads are still available, as well as the standard Slick Trick that just won another award for Best Broadhead. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. Bow hunters need gear they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust it to a head that may not deliver a short recovery. For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick Broadheads and tag your game.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN.
Des Moines sports leader.
And that one's gone! A Des Moines Radio Group station.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good 4th of July weekend. Thank you so much for making us part of your weekend as always. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the Shootability Challenge yet? If you haven't, go to your nearest Elite dealer, Archery Field and Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse got some. Just go check them out and take a test drive. Take a look at that new Era, that new all-carbon bow, Best Bow of the Year award. The Omnia, Larry Mack got his Omnia all restrung, and he says that thing is just shooting lights out. He talked like that last year, too. He said, this is amazing. This bow is just shooting out, lights out. And then he switched over to the Era when it came out. Well, he has to because he's got to get content done. Now he's back to shooting his Omnia. And that's what I shoot. I shoot an Omnia, and I really like it. But go check them out. Made in the good old US of A. The set technology is, in my opinion, some of the best out there for fine-tuning your arrows and your broadheads. I've never gotten better broadhead flight since that set technology came out. And it's only available in Elite. So go check that out and see what all the fuss is about. So there you go. I found Northwoods Law on Prime the other day.
Yeah?
I haven't had a chance to watch Northwoods Law in a long, long time. I used to love that show on TV. And, you know, I listen to Warden's Watch on the Outdoor Call Radio on every Wednesday. Lieutenant Wayne does a great job on Warden's Watch. He interviews game wardens all across the good old US of A. But what's the other one? There's another game warden show on TV too. They're down in Lone Star Law, I think it is. What is your favorite? Which one did you like better? Lone Star Law, I think that's the one, or Northwoods Law? I got to go with Northwoods Law. I don't know why, but those guys from Maine and New Hampshire, they got some great storylines, and they don't play around, man. If they catch you, they go into full Operation Game Thief mode, and they're resilient on tracking stuff down. But they're funny. They got some good storylines on there. So, I mean, Lone Star Law is okay. It just, to me, Northwoods Law, it just, I don't want to say more realistic. It seems less scripted. Is that a better word? Less scripted?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you seen both of those shows?
Just Northwoods.
Yeah, Northwoods Law is awesome.
It's funny because I've seen a couple episodes tracking bears, trying to get them out of houses and out of yards, and that's just, it's always interesting. You never think about how that ends up playing out. You just hide away and make sure the bear doesn't get you.
Yeah, Raven and I were watching last night, and they had some drunk snowmobilers, and they almost ran the one guy down, the game warden. They actually hit him with a snowmobile. And, well, that's nice. I appeared in 11 searches this week. Thank you, LinkedIn. Where did that come from? I just get a drop-down box. You appeared in 11 searches this week.
Wow, Rand.
Thank you, LinkedIn. And they hit this rookie game warden. Man, it was like they called the National Guard in, man. They had people cutting off these snowmobile crossings. They were going in high-speed pursuit. It was almost like Sheriff Buford T. Justice on Smokey and the Bandit. We are in high-speed pursuit. And, and they caught him. They caught him finally, too. Boy, they threw the book at him. Yeah, here's a tip of the week. Don't run over the game warden in Maine if you're drinking on your snowmobile. It's not going to be good for you. I'm just telling you. I've seen people in Iowa snowmobile.
Yeah?
Yeah. Last winter we had a guy in the neighborhood running a snowmobile down the street. And I said, really? In Iowa? Yeah. He was happy. I guess you sit there and leave it in your garage for, 11 months out of the year, and when you get 7-8 inch snow, I guess you got to make hay while you can, huh?
Yeah. Why, go for it.
Yeah. I just doesn't that tear up the pavement? The snowmobiles on the regular road, the asphalt. I would think that would tear that up.
But also, just straight contact between pavement and
can't be good for the skis.
No, that's it's not necessarily built for that long term. Don't do that very much.
I don't know anything. You could take what I know about snowmobiles and put them in your pinky. I really don't know a lot about snowmobiles. It looks fun.
Well, I think it's safe to say that that's not necessarily built. It's more of like, hey, if you need to get across the road to the other side, yeah, you can still do that.
Yeah.
That's not built for normal, everyday, dry road conditions.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
But I mean, whatever floats your boat, you do you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you ain't gonna get if you're not gonna get a ticket, I would think you would get a ticket on that, wouldn't you?
Well, it has to be considered street legal.
Well, yeah, and that's not a street legal vehicle.
No, unless you had that orange flag or whatnot. I mean, it's
I don't, and I don't know if you've noticed this in Des Moines or not, but I'm starting to see way more people drive their ATVs on the street. I'm talking on Southeast 14th and all, and it's like, how are they getting away with that?
Well, I mean, I think they're taking advantage of the fact that there's just not enough officers.
I'm just telling you right now, there is not enough police officers.
There is not.
Because people are speeding, they're running their four-wheelers, dogs and cats are living together. It's not normal.
Anarchy.
It's chaos, man. Chaos. It's all chaos. Aaron says Northwoods Law is the original. Lone Star Law is a Texas version of it. I just can't get into Lone Star Law. No offense to my Texas friends. Yeah. It just doesn't seem, it doesn't have the, it just, I don't know. I know one thing. I talked to Lieutenant Wayne the other day, and I asked him, I said, hey, have you ever seen Bigfoot when you were out there? And he just starts laughing at me. He goes, no, Dan, never seen Bigfoot. Seen moose, no Bigfoot. I said, I just asking,
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Aaron says they actually changed the law about ATV use on everyday streets. in Iowa or Des Moines or I always thought you had to have. It has to be a registered. Andrew's haircut should be street legal.
What?
Larry McCoy said Andrew's haircut should be street legal.
You know what? I'll bring that up with the city of Des Moines here.
Yeah. Aaron says in Iowa. Well, hey, if you can drive your four-wheeler down the street, I guess that's fine. I guess I can put some miles on the Polaris, huh?
I thought my hair looked pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. You to me, you look like that Waldo guy. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Hey, I'll take that. I mean, I can hide pretty well.
Yeah. Hi, Jim Fedeker.
I like that book growing up.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Yeah.
Yeah, I always get people asking me if you're my kid because you look like Danny. Danny looks like you a little bit. So I said, well, he's kind of like my kid. I give him allowance every 2 weeks. That's about how I feel.
Oh, man. And yet, I still take all the credit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, I got another grunt call to give away. 244-1350. 244-1350. This is the question to win this grunt call. What subspecies of white-tailed deer in North America have I not shot? There's 2 of them.
Do you want me to answer that? You're looking at me like I should.
No, I want them to call and answer. What subspecies of white-tailed deer or of deer I'm trying not to burp. Excuse me, that coffee's tearing me up. It's a non-pure whitetail coffee, and it's
there
not.
you go.
Yeah,
That's where you went wrong.
I'm telling you, I got to get.
Come on,
you got to get me some more pure whitetail coffee. Come on. I've shot whitetails and I've shot elk. Does it start with a C?
Already.
Well, that's probably a good start, Larry. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get you?
Yeah. So a C or a B would be good. Either one.
Can I get your number here quick?
Boy, I tell you, Larry. Just make sure you're able to come up and grab it. Well, hi, Mark Parker. Good to see you. What subspecies of whitetail have I not taken with my bow?
Got Aaron.
All right, let's see what Aaron's up to. Morning, Aaron.
Morning, Dan. How are you?
I'm good. You got an answer for me?
I'm going to guess black-tailed deer.
Black-tailed deer would be one of them I haven't shot. Ding, ding, ding.
Come on, man.
All right, man. We got. We'll call you after the show, and we got a grunt call for you.
Alrighty.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
There he goes. Aaron wins again. Mark Parker, how you doing? Mark Parker is my bow hunting buddy in Oregon. He doesn't live in Oregon now. He's in Michigan now. But he's the guy that we had on Unknown Files that saw Bigfoot.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, really, I really enjoyed that one. Of course,
that was a great show.
I really thought that was interesting. Again, coming from a kind of a standpoint of, hey, wasn't really on board and fully invested, and then you see it, and that's where I start believing.
Well, again, Mark's the kind of blacktail are my favorite deer to hunt. I bet you they are, Mark. I want to get one. I want to get a Coues deer. Coues deer is the other one I haven't shot. I'd like to get one of them, at least before I retire. Mark's the kind of guy that actually I believe because he's not selling a book. He's not selling T-shirts. The guy went out and got a tattoo from his encounter because it said it impacted his life so much. And he's not trying to make money off of it. People like that, I tend to give, it opens my mind up more than somebody that's got a book out saying, I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just trying to sell it and prey on people's, I think a lot of people want there to be a...
Well, I think a lot of people are like me that grew up with In Search of and Unknown Mysteries or Unsolved Mysteries, watching that everybody read books and stuff about them when they were kids. Mm-hmm. So there's a nostalgia factor, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I think most people like to hear the stories or they like to see it, mm-hmm. but they're, I was a diehard skeptic. I'm more open-minded about it now than I've ever been in my life. But it's people like Mark that have done that for me, and talking to some of these biologists that are with the tracks, going back to it. Yeah, this lady that I talked to that's going to be on the show in August, her name's Amy Boo. That's really BHU or whatever. She lives in Ohio, and she actually goes to. If you missed the first hour, she goes to Deer Classic shows around Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Now, why would you go to an outdoor show with grizzled hunters, people that sit there and shake their head and call you a wanker or other names? Why would you do that to yourself if you didn't have a passion or really wanting to learn about what was really out there? She wants to hear their people's stories. So I admire somebody that does that, because you got to be brave to take that kind of ridicule.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Andrew's producing.
Whoa, loose tie in there. Whoa.
Yeah, that's all right. Come on, man. That's like the guys at Working Class Bow Hunters. Kurt, them guys always give me trouble now. We've lost you, man. You're just all Squatch now. So that's not true. I'm a bow hunter first, man. Bears, elk, deer, turkeys. If I could ever get on a moose,
you're out of bear.
Yeah, I'm a bow hunter first.
Bow hunter first.
And then Squatchy second. Greg says he's skeptical but enjoys listening about the possibilities. There you go, Greg. That's what it's all about, buddy. Got it, Hey, look at it this way. How many years did the government say UFOs were a bunch of crud? Right? They said they were weather balloons. Right? Now, that's a fact, right? The government said UFOs were not real. Well, now the UFOs, they just came out last year and said they are real. They released all that footage, that fighter pilot footage, and now they're saying that they are out there. So, hey, you never know. I still haven't seen E.T. running around. But, I mean, those fighter pilots and airline pilots, they're not making that up. I mean, they've got the FLIR footage that shows it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no room for them to make it up.
Right. So, it's going to take somebody finding a body or someone actually shooting one before it's going to be 100% definitive.
Yeah. Well, and I think that has a lot to do with what you talked about earlier. The fact that there are so many things that have been in it just for the money that have bogged it down, a lot of fake stuff out there, a lot of just time wasters in the end. And now I think a lot of people, including myself, I've been burnt out by all this. And the fact that we have guys who actually are bringing something real to the table is really cool. But a lot of Hollywood and all that just...
Well, you can't count on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all BS.
I mean, that's where initially, early on, I got burnt out and became a big skeptic because there was no proof. No one could show me the proof, and it was only in it for selling tickets to the movie, selling a book.
Jeff says the UFO and Bigfoot pictures are about the same quality. Why is that? Jeff, I don't understand what you're saying. The Bigfoot, I would say 99.9% of the Bigfoot videos and game cam pictures. There are a lot of trail cam pictures of Bigfoot, but I would say 99.9% of them are BS. They're faked, or they're cows or elk or bears. There's something that you can explain. I've seen a couple that I've kind of shook my head at because they're not a bear, they're not a cow, they're not an elk. I don't know what they are, but they're not anything I can say it's not. Not ever clear. Well, Jeff, that FLIR footage and stuff the government released is real clear. I mean, you can see it's like a tic tac, and they're chasing it. I mean, the fighter pilots can't even catch up to it, Jeff. I don't know. The FLIR stuff to me is definitive. I mean, that's not fake. That's actual government stock footage from the fighter pilots, from the planes. So, but again, I haven't ever seen one float around the Capitol and land, or I haven't seen ET. Now, have I seen people that look like aliens? Absolutely, me included.
Good one.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, I've said, now this is my theory. Okay, now you can say I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if you want. I don't care. This is my theory. If they are real, if Bigfoot is real, I think the government already knows about them, and they're just not telling us, because if it ever comes out that it's real, they're going to have protected species right, just like the spotted owl and stuff. They're going to lose all that logging revenue and tourism revenue because they're not going to be able to do anything with all those large timber tracts. It's going to be protected habitat. So if it is real, and I think the government already knows about them.
Yeah.
That's my theory. But we won't. Hopefully I live long. Hey, I lived long enough for the St. Louis Blues to win the Stanley Cup.
You did?
I did. I didn't think that was going to happen in my lifetime. So maybe before I pass on, some of this will be definitively proven.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have more proof of that before the Vikings take a Super Bowl. So,
here's the thing: Justin Jefferson rocks.
He sure does.
Yeah, he's going to be the #1 wide receiver this year.
And yeah, but when you're sitting there in 5th, you can keep saying that.
40 days till the draft until Andrew loses again. Yeah. Hey, Sean. Hey, Chris. Hi, Larissa. LC. The Bigfoot stuff's never clear. I agree with you.
Yeah, it isn't.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean.
Yeah. Let's go Pens. Greg's going, let's go Pens. He's a Pittsburgh Pens fan.
You know what? That's all right.
That's all right. Good morning, buddy. Morning. Kansas City on twice. Hey, Kansas. Tyler, what's going on? Hey, I like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are awesome, man.
Yeah, the Chiefs are.
Travis Kelce is a phenom, man.
Did you catch the match?
I did not. Speaking of catching, we got to take a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and
I'm not watching golf.
Grandview University has a shooting sports program that if you qualify will give
I can watch soccer before I can watch golf.
education while on the shooting team. That means your cost won't go up.
What's up, Tyler?
Experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot, why not shoot for a college program that has produced countless All-Americans and has a winning record of...
All right, we gave both the grant calls away. Can you believe that?
Athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship.
Did you mark them in the system? Or did you do that? Or are you going to?
Grandview University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow Camera Arms can help you video easily.
Aaron, I haven't talked about cooking gar, but if you go to Scott Lasa's Dead Meat Show,
their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground.
He's got a show that they talk about cooking rough fish like gar and drum and all that. So look up Dead Meat, Scott Laseth, and that'd be a good show for you to listen to. Gar is actually good if you eat it well. It's hot out of the grease. It's not bad. It's not a walleye, but it's not bad. There ain't nothing like a walleye and crappie. I like my crappie. And my walleye.
You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow Camera Arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out fourtharrowcameraarms.com. Outdoor stand approved for the field for great video action.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great-tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best-tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or...
I don't know about that. I just can't agree with you on that one, buddy. But, hey, if you like bass better than walleye and crappie, that's all that matters, man.
Just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills all across the country.
I always throw my bass back. I want them to get big. Give everybody a chance to catch an 8 or 10 pound bass. Unless you're fishing a small lake that they got too many bass and they're stunted. Then you need to keep them and flay them out.
To make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
Hey, Larry Mack, what is going on over at Scott Archery, man? Social media is blowing up on these new releases. Can you tell me about the new S2 Select and Apex Core?
Yeah, we are super excited about these 3 releases. We'll start with the Apex Core. The Apex Core is a closed hook design where the Apex was open hook
See a
design.
smelter answer.
It also has a finger through hole. So
Yeah.
for extra
Yeah.
grip, said also with the closed hook, you can leave it hung on your D-loop while you're in the tree. Second, let's go to the S2. The S2 release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward trigger, so you get 2 triggers. You get a forward trigger and a rear trigger. Third, let's go to the Select. The Select is a back tension offering that has grooves in the handle to eliminate any slipping. It also comes with 2
My
moves,
hair's been
so you
called
can
street
fine-tune the
legal.
dust to get the shot to break whenever you
I
want.
think I'm.
Man, that's
a
awesome. I
first
can't
for
wait
me,
to get
so.
down to my Scott Archery dealer and check these out. If
Yeah.
you want more information, folks, go check them out at Scott Archery.
Larry McCoy commented on my hair
Deer
being
tick
street
just crawled
legal.
onto your leg and is burying its
Yeah,
head
I
into
don't
your
know.
flesh.
You know what?
You can't feel the bite.
I
and
made
you
it
may
the
or
big
may
time.
not
I
find
can
the
say
tick.
that
In the
I
coming
don't know
weeks,
if
you
I
may
may
or
be the
may
first
not
one to
notice
have
a
my
red
hair called
ring
street
around the
legal.
bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick.
You know what?
Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed.
Yeah, he just
If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get
Oh, yeah,
Elimitic clothing
he's
from
catching on up.
Gamehide. Elimitic features
probably get
insect
it. Yep.
shield, a repellent that is fused to fabric
knows?
fibers. Ticks hate it.
Do you hear him? It's like 5 minutes every time he gets somebody on.
Needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks,
Now that Dan
chiggers, and
knows
other biting
he's-
insects, and is featured in a
tuning
complete
in.
line of quality Gamehide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit Gamehide.com.
Yeah.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good US of A. We're still doing the fishing contest, Jen. All you got to do is listen. I'll have a new phrase that pays starting Monday. Just listen Monday through Friday. Once you hear the phrase, just email me at outdoorsdan@mac.com, and I will get you in the drawing for that four-night, 3-day stay at the Pines Resort at Lake Winnie. You get a brand new Trica fishing rod, a brand new Grizzly cooler for the boat, a brand new pair of Itasca hunting boots, and a $200 gift card to Bojangle Baits. So that's a great package. So thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for asking. Thank you. All right, let's head over to the phones and talk to a guy that's got more BS than anybody in the whole state of Iowa. Barbecue sauce, that is, Mr. Joe Smeltzer.
You taught me so well.
What? Well, how to grill stuff?
No, BS.
Yeah, barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Oh, that.
Yeah, what'd you think? What'd you think I meant?
Well, what could it be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. Hey, it doesn't hurt to have, if you're good with BS or if you have a lot of BS, everybody needs some good barbecue sauce, cookies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't barbecue without any BS.
That's right.
That is true.
Yeah. What's going on? You selling any of those new Colorados yet?
They're slowly trickling in. It's still tough to get them. I'm starting just to get some that probably were built 2 months ago. So they're just taking their sweet old time just to get here.
Yeah.
Well, Dan is ready.
Well, no, I got to keep my... Sounds like you have a great fishing trip. Patrick, it is a good fishing trip to win. That's where I was catching all those walleyes last week. Or the week before. Man, has it already been 2 weeks since I've been fishing? Man, that's
It's already
crazy.
been 2 weeks since you've been.
Yeah.
I'm going next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
Yep. So we'll be next Friday night, and we're going to head up to Lac Sewell.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
North of the border, huh?
Yep. So I will not be on next Saturday or the following, because we're leaving next Friday night and coming home the following. I can't remember, Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which one.
Well, that's all right. I'm going to Ohio going fishing next week.
What are you going to fish for over there?
I'm going to Pure Whitetails Bash. I'll be fishing for compliments. Ta-da-da!
You would.
I'm teasing. I'll be talking to a bunch of deer hunters for 3 or 4 days.
Leaving
Yeah,
me.
well, that'd be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I get left here. out of the equation.
Hey, Scott. What's going on, Scott?
You short end of the stick, don't you, Andrew?
I know. You see, another hazardous working environment.
Yeah.
All alone.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to all the folks at Pure Whitetail, and then I'm going to go look for the Ohio Grassman.
Any Sasquatch outings out there?
That's what they call Bigfoot in Ohio. The Ohio Grassman.
Grassman.
That's what they call him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get out there and whoop, whoop. I'm going to whoop until I hear a Grassman holler.
Somebody better videotape you doing that.
Yeah. Hey, there's some big deer in Ohio, man. I'm telling you what. Hey, Sean, what's going on, buddy? It's amazing to me. Ohio is really a sleeper state for whitetails, man. Iowa, everybody pretty much knows Iowa's got some tremendous whitetail hunting. Indiana's got some really good whitetail hunting. Kansas is right there with Iowa, and Missouri's got some good whitetails, especially northern Missouri. But Ohio is a sleeper state. A lot of folks don't. It doesn't. I don't know why, because there's been some just giants taken out of Ohio.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, yeah. Big non-typicals too. Yeah.
I think I have seen a couple big non-typicals coming out of there. A couple over 240, 250 from what I remember.
Oh, I'm talking just they look like elk. I mean, it's it's crazy. So, and people are really nice in Ohio. I just the only thing bad, they're Bengals fans.
They're what?
Cincinnati Bengals fans.
Oh, the Bengals football. Yeah.
Yeah, they got
cheeseheads.
Well, they're good. Lots of BF in Ohio. Lots of Bigfoot in Ohio. Thanks, Scotty Taylor. Morning, Scotty. Hey, I'm just saying. See that, everybody laughs at that, but somebody's seeing something. There's 65,000 people that are reporting seeing something they can't identify.
Is that how many there is?
There's over 65,000 recorded sightings.
And how many of those 65,000 are you?
Not me. I'm not big enough to be. I'm not big enough to be a Bigfoot. And it can't be somebody. It can't be.
But how many reports have you submitted?
I've never seen one.
Oh.
I've never seen one, and I've never heard one. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Have you ever watched Harry and the Hendersons?
That was a funny movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
You didn't report that?
No, that was a movie.
You know what? I could see Dan doing that. I could see that.
Morning, Richard. Hey, Richard got a bunch of certificates on the Iowa Walleye Challenge. Way to go, Richard. You can share those, Rich. I'll take one of the Hy-Vee ones. No, I mean, it's just kind of funny how everybody all over the country, I mean, they're seeing something. It can't be a guy in a suit.
Kind of like UFO sightings.
Hey, we've had UFO sightings here in Des Moines.
Yeah?
I had a guy on from MUFON, remember? And they had, I don't know what, 2 or 3 over in West Des Moines. They saw something on 235.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's documented.
I'll have to check that out. I believe more in those than I do Sasquatch sightings.
Nah, nobody's going to know until they find a body.
That's right.
Yeah. Jeff, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. There's a lot of trail cam pictures out there. I just told you that. But 99% of them, I think, are probably just barbecue sauce. There's some out there that I've seen that I don't know what they are.
Yeah. And some things we'll just never know about.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to honestly know until a lot of this stuff until they shoot one or they find one.
Yep. Someday. Maybe not in our lifetime, but someday maybe.
There's a lot of things I want to say, and it's killing me that I don't say it because they're political. And I could tie this whole thing in really good, but I promised I wasn't going to do that, Joe, but it's killing me, buddy.
It's all right. Maybe next time.
Yeah, no, I said I would not talk about it no more in the year, and I'm not going to.
Okay.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Oh, I want to so bad, though.
Hold your ground, Dan.
I'm keeping the powder dry, buddy. What's going on at Carl's? Anything good? I saw the
rain. That's a good thing.
Yeah, rain's good. Yeah, the rebate's good. I saw the financing's coming down on some things.
Yeah, everything stayed the same so usually it's month-to-month incentives is what it is, but now it's June and July combined. So nothing's changed since last month. So So still a couple offers out there on incentivized rates. They got 1.9 for 36 months and 2.9 for 48 and 3.9 for 60 on certain vehicles. So inventory's getting a little bit better. We've had some good truckloads of vehicles coming in this last week. So yeah, so just keeps on getting better and better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Where can they find you?
1101 Southeast World Labor, and I'll be here all day.
You giving out free barbecue sauce this weekend?
Well, you got any for me?
I do at the house, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Come on over.
I'm going to give out Dan's barbecue sauce packages.
Yeah, come over to the house and I'll give it to you.
Perfect.
How do you know that someone has shot one and the government has just not confiscated the body? Aaron, funny you should mention that.
It is on the head.
Yeah. When I was in Minnesota talking to Dan. See, I don't want to tell the story because I'm going to have Dan on the show in like 2 weeks. I've got a great story. You need to listen to Unknown Files 2 weeks from now on when I have Dan or Don Sherman on from Minnesota, because he's got a story about someone hitting one with a truck in Minnesota, and I'm just telling you right now. This guy saw this firsthand, so I'm going to leave that until we do that. But I'm just telling you, I couldn't trust. I would trust Joe Smeltzer more than the government.
Wow.
Yeah. And I always go back and check his math twice when I'm doing a truck deal with him. Am I fibbing?
Maybe.
No. How many times have I aggravated you going back and asking if that's right?
Every day.
Okay, Joe. And I'm just telling you, he gives me great deals every time. He does. Matter of fact, every time I get out of there, he needs a blood transfusion because I wear him out so much. But Joe, I mean, you're right there. I'm constantly taking notes and writing down figures, aren't I?
Always. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just part of it. Spending a lot of money.
Well, I just try to make sure that I know, with my third grade education, I have to document stuff. Absolutely. But I always get a Smoking Joe kind of deal because I always buy one. So
you always do.
I always do. All right, buddy. Well, have a good 2 weeks off.
Hey, you two. You guys have a great 4th, and have fun next week.
Yeah, so that means I get to make fun of you and just do your commercial for you.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's normal.
Or are you going to have Munson call in?
It has been a while, so maybe I'll check with him.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice because I'm running out of voices for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can figure something out.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe. Have fun fishing in Lexul.
You guys too. Thank you.
Bye, bud. There he goes, Joe Smeltzer. Go get you a vehicle from Joe. He'll take care of you. Oh, yeah. 8:36 and some change. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Trails are not always easy, but that's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest...
with everything going on in this country, I don't blame Bigfoot for not wanting to be found. Can you blame him? I would stay as far away from humans as I could with everything going on.
Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca
to me, that just shows a high sign of intelligence.
You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com.
Wonder how my puppy's doing.
They will keep you on the move.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop outdoor shop.
Been sick all week.
Sportsman's Warehouse.
Anybody got any deer questions? Hit me up.
You need from fishing, hunting, firearms, and camping gear.
We got 20 minutes.
Outdoor trip a success. Sportsman's Warehouse carries nationally known brands that have been tried and proven in the field and on the water. Smokers and grills that will cook all your meat easy to prepare. Kayaks and boat gear are also on hand to help you find more things.
Oh, Larry's always doing podcasts. He's on shows all the time now.
Has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices that will make sure you are outdoors in comfort and style.
Larry knows everybody.
You can also go shop 24/7.
Larry actually knows somebody that's an actor that would blow you away if I told you who it was. That Larry's got a bow for him. Wow. Yeah. Everybody loves Larry.
The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches.
Sorry, folks.
Even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy,
I need a
Greece,
nap.
Spain, and other countries. With unique
Woke up at
flavors like
3:30.
custard, basil, spicy garlic, and
Why is it when you get older you wake up at 3:30 and it's not even hunting season? I don't mind if it's deer season. That's actually awesome. Get your stuff, get up, make yourself a little breakfast, get your stuff situated, hit the truck, and you're in the tree or the ground blind at 40 minutes before the sun comes up. It's perfect. If it's not season.
They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the district at Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
Yeah. Do deer decoys work in the timber? Well, I guess they could, Patrick. Better off on a field edge, though.
They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam Fish Cam.
You want to use a deer decoy, Patrick? Well, here, I'll tell him when we get back on the air.
Cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible, live stream capabilities, with over 2.5 hours of record time that feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras in its class. The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So, when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take your Tacticam camera. You'll be able to relive your trips like never before.
I think what's going to happen is somebody who's not even thinking about Bigfoot finding
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard
Yeah, we got her
cot,
back on in a
the
couple
added
weeks.
protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cots units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at camprite.com. That's Camprite with a K.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. This segment of the show is brought to you by Advanced Family Dentistry, Ankeny's #1 dentist shop, voted #1, I don't know how many years running now. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi-Yagi, Dr. Grant, Dr. Williams, Dr. Brandt, and Dr. Stewart will take great care of you. Dr. They got another one too. Is it Dr. Deary?
See, that's
Scott told me the other day.
Yeah, probably.
No, Dr. Drew. It's Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. Right. Dr. Drew's been there 2 years now.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Gosh.
Kind of a mystery.
Well, it's kind of looks like it's expanding a little bit.
Oh, they're doing good. Yeah, all right, got a couple deer questions here. Go see Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi-Yagi if you have any problems with the dentist or looking for a new dentist. They'll take great care of you at Advanced Family Dentistry and over there at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard, Ankeny, Iowa. There you go. All right, Patrick has on deer decoys. Do they work in the timber? Patrick, I would say they probably could work in the timber. The thing about a deer decoy is you want to have that out in the open where deer can see that from very far away. So if you put that out in a bean field or a cut corn field, and you got it out in a corner by your stand or whatever, when a deer comes out, deer are always going to be scent checking. They're going to check bedding areas and different, they're looking for does. If you got that buck decoy out there, and a deer sees that, your chances of getting a deer to come in and scent check it or come in are way better if you have it where it's very visible. So I love deer decoys. I've been using a Dave Smith buck decoy now for a long time, and I've had 4 or 5 shots. I mean, they've worked great. Larry and Phillip kill deer on deer decoys all the time. They just work great. So just a real quick tip: make sure you wash them down really good, and then I'll take them out and put them by my stands. I'll hide them under, brush them in somewhere so nobody can see them. And then once I get to the woods, I'll take them out and put them up. But you don't want to just leave them up or laying around, because you don't want somebody walking off with them, because they are pricey. And if you leave them up, the deer are going to just annihilate them. I don't know how many friends of mine that have those Glendale bucks in their backyard for archery targets, and then they'll come in when you get closer to the rut, and they'll come out and their deer decoys just knocked all in pieces because a buck came in and challenged it and just destroyed it. So, but I love a deer decoy, Patrick. They work great. Jeff says, how do you decide broadhead size, 100, 125, or whatever grain size? You want to use a broadhead weight that you're going to use with the same setup as your field tips that your bow is tuned for. So if you have 100, if your arrow set up, you're welcome, Patrick. If your arrow set up is tuned with a 100 grain field tip, then you're going to want to use a 100 grain broadhead to keep your arrow spine the same and not change it. You're going to change it a little bit, because when you put a broadhead on, it's going to be longer than a field tip, so you're lengthening the spine of your arrow, right? So you're going to want to keep that as close as weight as your field tip, so you don't change your bow tune. Okay, that's how I choose my broadhead weight. So I've shot 100 grains forever, Jeff, and all the elk and bears and everything else I've gotten. Either fletching all the, I used to get penetration all the way through, but I've backed my bow poundage down a little bit, so now I bury them all pretty much to the fletchings. Even my elk, that nice bull that I got in Colorado a couple years ago, I buried that arrow all the way to the fletchings, and he went about 50 yards, and that was it. So pretty cool. Good questions. Those are 2 good questions right there. Are we out of break? We're done, right? We don't.
We've got one more big break left.
Oh, we do have a big break.
Yep.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Man, sorry, I wasn't ready for why.
Why?
Not because just to get you down.
Yeah. Hey, the tree thrasher. You're gonna want to remember that name, the tree thrasher.
Squirrel.
Yeah. I can't tell you anything more than that. It's a secret. But just remember the tree thrasher.
That's insane.
It's not insane. It's called the tree thrasher. I'll tell you more about that in about 2-3 weeks. It's going to be exciting. The tree thrasher.
Dun dun da.
Dun 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 da.
Good day, sir.
Yeah. I wish you'd get rid of that. I hate that drop. I hate it. 8:46 and some change. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport.
Last break! It's the last break. It's the last break. What's up, Nate? Nate the Great.
Help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques, and are experts at personally fitting you.
Bow hunting is life.
They also have a 40-yard indoor range.
I like fishing too, though. Fishing is life. Fishing is life.
Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you.
Muttles Dan and bow hunting is life.
Archery Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week.
Oh, man.
Go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
Is it time to get your carpet looking like it did when you first moved in? Or have you had some water issues that need to be taken care of in your home or business? Well, if you call Jesse at Richard Remediation and Cleaning and
You should call Jesse. If you, Jesse just did my downstairs carpets. He did an amazing job.
Since he learned
I'm just telling you, it was like like the carpet was when we bought the house when he was finished. He's a local guy there in Ankeny, and he gives military discounts, and he's a bow hunter. See?
So if you need help
Hi, Jeff Duggar.
getting things back to normal or cleaning up after the pet when they make a mistake, pick up the phone and call 319-400-6921. That's 319-400-6921. Or look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation and Cleaning. One call cleans it all. Look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation and Cleaning or call 319-400-6921.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Jeff, how you been, bud? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. Then you add the spices, instant classic.
Order the Spicy Chicken Biscuit on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them whole paper mouth or a slab, folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at PureCrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, PureCrappie.com has the baits, tackle, and apparel every crappie angler will appreciate. So before you head to your favorite fishing hole, head on over to PureCrappie.com. That's PureCrappie.com. They will help you catch more fish.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf cars. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility cars as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf cars in all types of price ranges. Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf.
These 5-minute breaks are 6.
This one was a 5:30.
Check out our
5:30.
website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick
I
out the
understand.
variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back. Final segment of the Outdoor Call Radio. Hope everyone's having a good 4th of July this weekend. Be safe out there. August 19th, we're going to be at the Iowa Cubs Big Outdoor Day. You're going to get a chance to win a 75-quart Grizzly cooler, a $300 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse, and a $500 Outdoors Dan prize pack. Just stop by and see Andrew and I at the game. You'll be able to register. We're just going to ask you to show us the Outdoor Call Radio app or have you download it right there, and we'll put you in the drawing, and we'll draw the winners in the 7th inning. I'll be on the dugout telling everybody who won. So there you go. Buy your tickets now. That's going to be a fun night. Respect the Game TV. Don't forget to check us out on the Sportsman's Channel and Pursuit channels. You can also find us on the Hunt Channel and see what Larry, Ryan, and Paul is up to. I'm only on like twice a year now.
What?
Yeah, well, it's because they don't love me like they used to.
Oh man, isn't that a song?
Yeah, they don't love me like they used to. They don't send me on any more hunts. They don't let me go after elk or moose. They just tell me to get on the bus. Can't wait to see you at the game. Thank you, Richard. Anyway, go check out the show. I'll start taping again soon. I'll be on there someday.
Someday.
Jones Brothers Taxidermy 249-4362. And don't forget to go check out Onyx. Hey, I'm going to be a Pure Whitetail in Ohio. If you're in Ohio listening to the show, we are nationwide now on the show. Yeah. Come up and see me at the Pure Whitetail at the Outdoor Call Radio booth. I'll have free Onyx subscriptions to give away. So while supplies last. So there you go. Hey, I want to say thank you to a couple people real quick. Richard, Remediation and Cleaning. I had no idea what remediation meant until Richards told me this. It's cleaning up water. If you have a water incident at work or at your house, that's what that does. Jesse does he does water cleanups, and he also does carpet cleaning and all that other stuff. Jesse is a partner on the show now, and we definitely appreciate him. And he's going to start doing a show on the Outdoor Call Radio. They've got what is it? OX Hunting or X Hunting or something like that. You can check him out. He's got a YouTube page, but they're going to start doing a weekly podcast show. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll have more content coming on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Project Partners and Design. I want to thank Rob and Megan. They just did my deck. And if you need deck work done, or if you need kitchen remodeling or anything like that, look up Project Partners and Design on Facebook. They're super nice people, and they'll take great care of you. Gearhead Archery, thanks to Skippy Peterson. He is now a partner on the Outdoor Call Radio platform. Gearhead, him and his wife bought Gearhead Archery. You can check out a Gearhead down there at Archery Field and Sports. And Dirk and all the gang over at Flex Fletch. That's the official vein of the Outdoor Call Radio Network now. If you haven't shot a Flex Fletch, Darren Christenberry was one of the most respected professional archery shots in the country. Told me about Flex Fletch, and I've been shooting them since turkey season, and they just are they rebond or reshape. If you go through a target or like a game animal, your fletchings they don't curl or crinkle, and they go right back. The shaping on them is phenomenal, and they're just a great fletch. My arrows are really flying great. Thanks to everybody at Flex Fletch. Starting here in a couple weeks, I'm going to have some new contests starting here on the ESPN show and on the app. We're going to be giving away some Winsent scent grenades, and some Soldier Boy's got a new product out now called ammo chips. So we're going to be giving away an ammo package for the woods. Hey, when you go out hunting, we're going to make sure that you have plenty of ammunition. So make sure you got your Soldier Boy Jerky ammo chips, and we're going to give you a grenade to take with you just to make sure all your scents are taken care of with a Winsent scent grenade. It's a wind checker, or you can actually use it as a cover scent too. So we're going to start giving those away. And then Dead Nuts targets. We just got a deal done with Dead Nuts targets. If you don't know what those are, look those up. And we've got 12 of those targets. They're whitetail lifelike targets, body size and everything. They're extremely lifelike, and we're going to be doing that. And if I get this deal done with Woodhaven, we're going to be giving away a Woodhaven grunt call and a Dead Nuts target on the new show starting in September. So I got some neat stuff in the works, and I look forward to sharing them with you. So stay tuned for more details. How about that? All right, we got to get out of here. You guys have a great 4th of July. May the sauce be with you. Barbecue sauce, that is. And be careful out there. Don't lose any fingers. Bow hunting season's going to start here real quick. Bow hunting is life. That's our new mantra. And until next week, God bless you. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time on the Outdoor Call Radio. Bye, everybody. Bye. All right, gang, be good. Thank you for listening. We will see you Wednesday on the Wednesday Drive and the Unknown File show on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you need anything until then, hit me up on Facebook here, and have a great 4th, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Is your house